That was a lie. Michael Cohen and Trump's attorney argued during the hush money trial. Voices and tensions increased on Thursday as the attorney for Donald Trump retaliated against the prosecution by repeatedly accusing their star witness of lying. Michael Cohen, Mr. Trump's longtime fixer, described speaking with the former president personally about a hush money payment to an adult film star on the most contentious day of cross-examination to date. However, lawyer Todd Blanche practically yelled that Cohen's statement was a lie. According to records, Cohen spoke with Mr. Trump's security regarding a phone prank, he claimed. On Cohen's third day of testimony, Mr. Blanche's phone call theory was intended to raise suspicions, as the jury saw the acrimonious discussion with great attention. After the heated exchange, Mr. Blanche ran back to the defense table and took a seat beside his client. There was a collective exhalation in the room when the judge declared an afternoon recess. Mr. Trump faces 34 felony counts of fabricating business records. It is alleged that he paid Cohen under false pretenses of legal fees, but in reality, he was reimbursed for paying off Stormy Daniels, a Hollywood actress who is claimed to have had sex with him. According to the prosecution, Mr. Trump allegedly tried to shield his 2016 presidential campaign from the public by withholding embarrassing facts. In his plea of not guilty to all charges, Mr. Trump said he never had sex with Miss Daniels. Under pressure, Cohen testified on Thursday that his prior testimony was accurate and that, on a call with Mr. Trump on October 24, 2016, he discussed the payment to Miss Daniels. Prosecutors questioned Cohen about the discussion earlier this week in an effort to determine whether Mr. Trump had direct knowledge of the payoff plan. Cohen stated in his deposition that he informed his supervisor at every stage of Miss Daniels' payment procedure. Prosecutors need Cohen's testimony, the man at the center of the payout, to demonstrate that Mr. Trump was aware of the purportedly fraudulent reimbursement arrangement. However, Cohen is an unreliable witness because to his criminal history, his lying to Congress, and his vulgar public criticism of Mr. Trump. He acknowledged guilt to federal campaign finance charges in 2018 about the hush money transfer, but he continues to insist that he transferred the funds at Mr. Trump's instruction. For over 2 days, the defense focused on Cohen's credibility difficulties in an attempt to portray him as a liar with a personal grudge against Mr. Trump. Recordings from Mea Culpa, Mr. Cohen's podcast, were played by Mr. Blanche on Thursday morning. In them, a witness stated that he wanted to see the former president be booked and that he wanted Mr. Trump to go down. Additionally, Mr. Blanche addressed Cohen over an X tweet in which the previous president was referred to as Dumbass Donald. "Does the outcome of this trial affect you personally?" Mr. Blanche inquired. Cohen said, "Yes." The president's lawyer aggressively questioned Cohen about his prior claims that he did not think the tax evasion charges he pleaded guilty to were fair, and quizzed Cohen on his guilty plea for lying to Congress on multiple occasions. Similar questioning for several hours culminated in the tense confrontation over the phone conversation on October 24, 2016. First, Mr. Blanche inquired about Cohen's memory of being harassed by phone in late October 2016. Cohen said that he had. The exchanges between Cohen and Mr. Trump's bodyguard, Keith Schiller, on October 24th, detailing how to handle the prank calls, were subsequently shown by Mr. Blanche. A call between Cohen and Mr. Schiller, which Cohen had previously testified he made to discuss the payout to Miss Daniels with Mr. Trump, comes up during their discussions about the prank caller. It was a 1 and 36 seconds long call. Mr. Blanche voiced doubts that Cohen could have covered the 6-figure sum and the prank caller in the short amount of time. Cohen retorted, saying that the conversation included information on the 14-year-old who was making the calls. He added that the call was about more than just the harassment because he was aware that Mr. Schiller was with their supervisor at the time. Cohen claimed that he completed everything by the boss right away, including the call. Mr. Blanche reacted dramatically to the response, yelling, "That was a lie." In a display of party loyalty, a large number of Republican members of Congress occupied the benches behind Mr. Trump on Tuesday. Eric Trump, the father of the candidate, was present, along with a spokesman. Among the group of legislators seated in the rear of the courtroom were reps. Andy Biggs, Lauren Boebert of Colorado, and Matt Gaetz of Florida. Public curiosity has been aroused by Cohen's testimony. On Thursday morning, the queue to enter the courtroom extended around the block, and individuals from the public and media had employed line sitters to secure a place for the night. One person in line paid $400 to those in line for her position, but her employer did not come up. In the courtroom, however, the defendant showed little enthusiasm despite the intense public interest. Mr. Trump quietly sat back in his seat for the majority of the morning session. He glanced carefully at the cross-examination at several occasions. The majority of the time, Mr. Trump simply looked forward, even though one of his most notorious adversaries was sitting a few feet to his right. "I think it was a very interesting day," Mr. Trump declared as he exited the courthouse to the gathering cameras. "A fascinating day.